Welcome to the Wartime MMA podcast. This is your boy Alex, Mike, and Tony. And today we have a special guest with us. We got our boy John Senat.
What's up, everybody?
We've been friends with John for a while. Friend of the podcast. He's gonna come on and talk to us today about some of his stuff that he does. He's kind of like a professional grapher. He like, in all seriousness though, he's been around to multiple different places. He's if you could see behind him, he has an entire autograph wall. He's met people from all different sports, not just MMA. But of course, like us, he's an MMA connoisseur above all else. And he's met probably 95% of the roster. At least that's how it feels like. So we're going to talk to him today about some of those experiences and just get his insight on some UFC stuff. By the time this comes out, you guys will already know John by the prediction video that'll probably come out later today by the time we're recording this. But, without further ado, welcome, John.
What's up, everybody? I'm excited to be here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so tell us about yourself. What got you into MMA as a whole?
Well, what got me into MMA was it's a lot, man. I went out with a group of friends, saw a fight, and I was like, damn, I like this. And then it was one after another, and then I started liking it. And then I realized how close I live to MMA, like heaven. Like, I got Top Team by me, I have Kill Cliff, and I'm like, all the guys I'm seeing on TV are right by me. So I got into it, and I meet the fighters, and I love going to the shows. I've traveled even to Vegas for fighters. I've been to Newark, New Jersey, and I've even been to the UFC gyms down here, Top Team and Kill Cliff, and met a lot of guys, and they're all great guys, and they're like gentle giants. Like, they'll kill all of us, but they're all nice. They're all nice guys, and the UFC girls too.
When did it become more than just liking the UFC? Because, like you said, you're in MMA heaven. You're in South Florida. A lot of people, I think, it could be to some level intimidating to go up to these fighters, especially some of these guys who, like Sergey Pavlovich, who towers over us. He's kind of like, hey, bro, we got an autograph here, and you kind of just chat them up. How is it different than like maybe somebody else, like an NFL player, or just your average guy? Like, how do they feel? Do they feel like a celebrity? Are they genuine?
They're definitely genuine, because I feel like they don't get as recommendation. I do think UFC will eventually come up, but right now it's at the peak that it's there, but it's not there. So a lot of these guys, unless you're like a Sean O'Malley or even I think John Jones can blend in a lot of places. But like a McGregor can't blend in, but like a Gilbert Burns, as an example, can blend in. And like you said, I mean, a lot of these guys, when you see them on TV, you feel like, oh, they're intimidated. But like, when you see them around, because you live in their area, there's a lot of times you run into guys at your local grocery store. I've seen Dustin at I don't know who's familiar with Florida, South Florida. He trains down here at Publix. Publix is everyone, whoever lives in Florida, Publix is like a big grocery store. Everyone loves Publix. I've seen him there, and I've seen other people walk up to him. And so when I see other people walk up to him and he's encountering other people, it's like, oh, he is a nice guy. Same with like Sergey Pavlovich. That's the only thing with him, when I've seen him actually at Publix, at a grocery, at the mall, at the gym that he trained at. I ran into these guys, and he's a nice guy too. It's the only thing, language barrier with him, but he comprehends certain things, and a lot of times he can go into places, not get recognized. So when you get recognized, when you're not known to a lot of people, it's like, wow, like, he really knows who I am. And it makes them happy.
So you think like a MMA fighter like values that interaction more than
they value it more. And they also, I feel, they appreciate it because they value the interaction. And if someone was stupid enough to do something to an MMA person, we all know what would happen. You go and mess with, I'm just gonna, like a woman, like Wei Ling or something like that. Like, she's a small girl, but you try to do something to her, it's not gonna go right for you.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really not. Even a girl that's like, I'll just use like even like a lower end like girl like a Tisha Torres or Tisha Pennington or something. She'll still beat all of us.
Yeah, it's like that Pollyanna Viana story where she like broke the home invader's arm and beat his ass.
Yeah,
He had the mugshot of his face looking like Two-Face.
yeah,
You know?
that like Two-Face, and plus, what really got me like into it is like just watching it a bunch of times, watching the sport, and then I slowly started. I went to my first event. When I went to my first UFC event, it was actually in Orlando. My first UFC event I went to. The first time I ever went, it was Cerrone and RDA, and this is when I really was starting to get. I went to it live, and I was like, "Oh my god, this was awesome!" And when I went to that fight live, I didn't even get to see the whole card. So, and that card was Nagano's debut, and it was Usman and Leon Edwards, the first one. But I didn't get to see it live because I showed up late. But even when I went to the main card, because I wasn't expected to go to it, I was like, oh my god, this is the best sport. And since then, I just loved UFC, from seeing it live, from watching it at the bars with my friends. It was just the best. And then meeting fighters, interacting with them in person has just been the best.
Yeah, and I know you've also interacted with a lot of the fighters that are fighting this weekend on 322.
Yeah.
What would you say some of those interactions have been like? And I know you have some of their autographs as well. Kind of talk through the experience of meeting some of our stars fighting this weekend.
All right, so I met Khabib. I never met Islam. Khabib was a nice guy. Not really many words, but I would say he was nice. I mean, anybody that acknowledges you at a high level that don't know who the heck I am at all. He saw me one time, and if I'm a fan and I'm saying, hey, can I get a picture? And if they're willing to do it, I consider them nice, because they're not obligated to do anything for you. And he didn't really talk much, but he was nice. Probably one of the nicest ones on the card that I met was Beneil Dariush. Very nice, talked a lot. And RoboCop, because he trains down here. RoboCop was another very nice guy I met on the card. Very nice, local guy, fights at a Kill Cliff. Seen him around many a time. Seen him at the Hard Rock Casino when the PFL had fights there. He was just walking around watching teammates of him, of his gym teammates and all. Very nice. Seen him in Jacksonville when I went to a Jacksonville card, and always been cool. Him and Dariush. My experience with Dariush was when he in Miami, when he came down there and he just interacted with fans, talked to them, signed. Very nice. And yeah, and then I met Benoit Saint Denis. He didn't really talk much because everyone wanted Dustin at the time when he fought Dustin. But he was nice. I mean, he was nice. When I met Michael Morales, that's on the card, it was a language barrier. I don't speak Spanish. If I were to speak Spanish to him, I'm sure he would have talked a lot to me too. So, yeah, and then another local guy that's on the card, the up-and-coming, I believe he's going to be a star, Base Sager Suakayev. Super nice guy, too. Just another thing with him is very little English. So the Russians and guys that speak English don't speak much English. The Russians and the Brazilians that have language barriers, it's a little harder, but they comprehend that you know who they are, and they're all nice in their own ways, too.
Do you talk to, like, when you talk to somebody who doesn't speak English, do you talk through a translator, or do you just kind of make do the best you can?
Well, what I do is, like, when I approach them, and I'm sure they comprehend a little, because I'm not the only fan that would go up to them. They travel, they go to, like, the UFC hotels, and when they're at UFC hotels or UFC events, I'm sure fans come up to them, and they kind of, like, when you stick your phone out, like, hey, picture, they comprehend those type of things. But, like, if you try to ask, like, hey, that was a great fight, or how you doing, like, they're really not going to understand stuff like that. But I do think they understand bits and pieces, especially if some of them are living in the United States training wise, because they don't, a lot of these guys, they don't live here. They come and train. So even if you come and train here, you got to know somewhat English to buy something or something. Or so if someone sticks a phone and says, "Hey, fan, pitcher," I guess they comprehend a little, but not like to make a full-on conversation.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Getting towards the end of like this interview section, I kind of wanted to go through a bit of a speed round before we get into the prediction video.
Yeah.
And just kind of go through some of your experiences, and you can give us a bit more of a detailed answer, or you can just leave it one word. Either way. But let's start off with best event, worst event you've ever been at live.
All right, best events that I've been to. Everything in Vegas. I recommend every UFC fan to go to Vegas. Vegas is the best. And it's not even just UFC. If you like hockey, they have hockey there. If it's, let's say, a football season's going on, and let's say the Raiders, if you want to watch a football game, the Vegas Raiders, you can go to a Raiders game. Everything is right by each other. Now, the Raiders stadium is not on the Strip, but you can always Uber 10, 15 minutes away. It's driving distance, Ubering distance, but the T-Mobile Center's right on the Strip. You got millions restaurants, fighters walking around. I'm walking on the Strip in Vegas. I turn my back, boom, Charles Oliveira's right there. Like, it's just fighter after fighter. It's fighting heaven there. And you walk around, you see fighters one place, another place, and the security staff for UFC don't bother you because it's all opened and out for everybody. So Vegas would be the best experience. All the Florida cards have been great. Jacksonville been great. Miami's always great. Worst area for me, I did meet some great people in New Jersey. So I met people. So if any of them do hear this, you guys are great people. They're actually, a couple of my friends are going to the New York card because New Jersey, New York, they're all right, like by each other. That's the one good thing. If you know the locations to get around, you can go like everywhere, like take the subways, all that. I don't really know the area like that. But the thing with New Jersey, what I didn't like was things were more farther apart because they fought in a city called Newark, New Jersey, and they stayed in Newport, New Jersey. So it was farther apart. But also it could have been maybe timing when I went, because when you want to meet fighters, you should go a little earlier to events. I did show up on the fight Friday for the weigh-ins. I showed up, so it was kind of maybe last minute. They're locked into, but it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Always watching UFC's fun, but meeting fighter-wise, that was probably the worst. But always every UFC card you watch is great. But those are my best and probably worst experience. So it was a bad meeting wise, but fun trip overall, and great meeting people, obviously. If you guys understand that. But every UFC card, even if it's the worst Apex card, I think everybody who's a UFC fan loves UFC and MMA in general. Just in general, even if it is an Apex card, we would all sit and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're those type of guys for sure.
We're those type of guys. Maybe if it's like a 5 a.m. or like wake up at 3 a.m., maybe some of us might not, but I think for the most part we are kind of hardcore. We might actually.
Yeah, I have before. It's damn schedule, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and going back to like story of meeting fighters, I've also collect a lot of memorabilia of fighters. I'll show you some of my stuff that I got. Here is I call it my wall of fame. So you see Conor McGregor, Mara Usman, he's a local guy that trains here, Robbie Lawler, Joanna, Israel when he fought down here, Tyson, there's pictures. I never met him, but he's on the card this weekend. Shafkat, that's me and Tony's boy. Unfortunately, we don't know when he's going to fight. Hopefully soon. Nunes, Khabib, DC, John Jones signed the photo of me and him. It's kind of hard sometimes to get autographs because when you meet guys at a hotel for the fighter hotels or out and about, you don't carry things always on you. So sometimes you just get a photo with them. And honestly, the photo is the best thing because you can always go and buy an autograph if you really want an autograph. So a photo with the guy is the best. But here's some other guys I got on the card. RoboCop, as I said, that trains down here, met him a couple times. He signed this card for me. Sean Brady, I never personally met him. I sent to his gym in Philly. You guys can send to him. He will send back. Just send a return envelope with stamps and he'll send back. And then Jack Madalena, don't know who you guys want, Islam or Jack. We're going to give our predictions later in the show. This is a signed card. And yeah, this is a little bit of stuff I have. And I have some more, but would be here all day if I showed you some more.
Yeah, real quick, Tony, I saw you left the call. Did the footage cut? Is the footage still good?
Yes, I just checked it to make sure it's good. The 15 minutes I got.
Did I do good?
Yeah.
Great, John. No, you did.
Yeah, we're still good. I just wanted
you're
to make
doing
sure Tony didn't have any accidents because he's had film accidents before. I wanted to make sure we're still good.
We paused it now, or we're on live
No,
still?
we're still good.
No, we're
good.
going to cut this and then we're going to get back to it in a sec.
Anytime there was a break, I could edit it out. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we're good.
we're good.
But yeah, moving on. This is a little bit off of the speed round, but like you said, you've met numerous amount of fighters, but I've heard you've had a little bit of a closer relationship with the flyweight champion Alexander Pantoja. What's that been like?
Oh, he's a very
correspondence.
Super nice guy, Alessandro Pantoja. I've met him at Top Team. I never went anywhere else to meet him. I met him at the gym. Big fan of him. He followed me on Instagram. I like I said, I like to give a lot of these fighters things too. So especially if you're going to give me the time, not knowing who I am, and you give me the time to talk to you and meet you and take a picture with you and even sign things for me, I appreciate it because we all like these guys. So if I get cards, I've given him cards. He gives them to his kids. When I first met Pantoja, he didn't even know they made UFC cards of him. He's like, "Oh, this is awesome, man." And giving him a card and something little that don't even cost much made his day, and he remembered me like that. And then I give him other cards, and he's always been nice and seen me multiple times and followed me on Instagram and just always been a great humble champ. And I know maybe some of you guys think he might lose to Josh Mann. Maybe I'll get on that one the next time. That's going to be a tough fight. Or Muhammad Mukayev. Heard he just signed back. I heard rumors that he signed back. Those are going to be tough fights, but I'm always going to be biased and be Pantoja always. Even if thinks he might lose, I'm always going to be Team Pantoja.
That's what's up. Yeah, he seems like a nice, genuine guy. You know, like his whole story is he's on not too long ago.
And to me, then this is just my personal, but the nicest fighter because I've never seen him say no to anybody. I've seen people give this man, you name it, 20, 30 cards, gloves, literally keep this guy like with his wife and kids waiting there, like for him to go eat or whatever, and holding him like not holding him back, but like there comes a point like, hey, like it's a little too much giving me 30 things to sign. Like it gets to a point like calm down. Like, and those people that usually do that, why do you need 30 of Pantoja? Because you're probably going to sell it. Mm-hmm. So, and people are giving him gloves and all, and I've seen him like stop with his family and sign for everybody. He's never said no. Stop what he was doing, take pictures with fans, and it's not even that he just does that. He'll always make a conversation with you. So if you say something to him, he will always answer it back, and he'll stop. And you meet Pantoja, if anyone ever meets Pantoja, I'm telling you, you will have that interaction with him that one time will turn into at least, it's not going to just be like, get your picture, thank you very much, and leave. It will be at least 5 minutes or longer interaction with him.
Wow.
Because he will be the one that will make a conversation with you. Be like, hey, how are you? What's your name? And then that's how it will go going forward.
That's dope. Hey, we got to get him on the channel one day. We'll see.
Probably. I'm going to get him one day.
Yeah, you got to be the guy, man. We got to get that info.
I gotta try.
You here with us.
This guy.
That's nice. And I feel like you kind of partially answered my next question. You said Pantoja is one of the nicest guys you've ever met.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the other guys that you've met that are extremely nice and some of your best experiences, and also maybe some of your worst with some guys who maybe weren't so nice.
All right. So I'll start with best experience, and then I'll go to worst. So Grant Dawson's very nice. Always stop, sign. I mean, all the guys at American Top Team are nice for the most part. I mean, there's some of the guys like Mozart or Marvin Vittori aren't the friendliest, but it was more of maybe, I'm catching them at the gym. They don't want to be bothered. There's times and places, I will admit, but they weren't that friendly. Like, I asked for a picture and they're like, make it fast. Like, and when you get someone that's like that, it's kind of like you just ruined the vibe. Like, I'm a fan. I'm willing to give you something. I'll give you cards. I just want a 2-second interaction can make somebody's day really go far. And some of those guys just don't want to be bothered with it. And I understand. I mean, they don't know me. They're tired, whatever. So guys like that, that's not best. They're at least acknowledge you. They will take a picture, but it's kind of like make it fast type. Same when I met Kevin Holland. That was another not the best experience. He was like, make it fast, not right now. Don't touch me. Don't put your arm around me. I'm just the guy that fights on Saturday. So that was not the best experience. Grant Dawson, Edson Barboza, nice guy. All the Florida guys pretty much are nice. Pantoja, as you know, Kamaru Usman. I don't know what people really say about him. Quiet guy, nice but nice. Killcliff, Stanford guys. They're all nice in their own way. And then when I went to like events, I never really had conversations with fighters. It was more of like take a picture and go because there was other people there. So the best time I've met them was UFC gyms or at a grocery store by me because I live in the area. So those would probably be more or less nice to rudest guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on for this kind of interview section. I know it was kind of last minute, but I think I think the people will enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed doing it.
Thank you. I'm happy to be on, and maybe I'll be on more. Who knows?
Yeah, man. I mean, the prediction video right after this, and then we're gonna have you on the recap this weekend, and maybe we can have you on that Pantoja card. I think that makes all the sense in the world.
I'd love to be on that
or
one.
Maybe be part of the future interview. We'll see what happens.
Maybe we'll see.
Together too, that would be awesome. So yeah, when John was talking about Kevin Holland, I saw Mike seething over there.
Mike tell you about him too. He wasn't the most friendliest.
Just so all the fans know, for the next person that says Kevin Holland's the nicest guy of all time, ask John how hard it was to get back to his hotel that night. Just wanted
that was very bad.
He got this man thrown out of his own hotel room. Just
that was bad. But I also blame that day. Security was just being, I don't know what that was. That whole time in Orlando was bad. So now that we brought it up, Kevin Holland was not the nicest, but I'll say it like this: compared to other sports, he being the rudest, at least I got a photo with him. I mean, a lot of athletes I've met in other sports, baseball, football, they won't even stop for a photo. So he might have did it in a rude way, like not right now, this, that, and yes, his reaction, how he acted, made hotel security fucked up and act crazy and wanted to kick us out. But the point was if I wasn't staying there, I got what I wanted, got a picture with him and got out. So in a sense, at least you get something out of it. But yeah, he wasn't the most friendliest. If I had to rank him 1 to 10, he'd probably be like a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you say he would compare to some of the other famous people you've met outside of MMA? Because I know you've met some like MLB, NFL, NBA players as well.
Well, he was rude. Yes, he was not nice. But I've met like football players, retired football players. I don't know if everyone knows Warren Sapp, old football player from Miami. I saw him at Miami Marlins game, and I go up to him. Yeah, he's by himself. I understand privacy, but like you see a guy, I mean, what's the worst they could tell you? Is not right now, or I'm busy or something. And I would say, okay, I'm very respectful. If you tell me no, I'm not going to be like, come on, please. I have pride. I'm a man. I'm going to accept the no and walk away. I'm not going to beg you. So when I walked up to him nicely, like, hey, Mr. Warren Sapp, nobody's here. Nobody ever heard this story, so this might be a surprise to everybody. His first words he said to me was, get the fuck out of my face.
Oh.
So I'm like in shock. I didn't say anything. I just looked. I'm like that, because this dude just randomly told me get the fuck out of my face. So I just like walked away, and I'm like, this dude just told me get the fuck out of his face.
Yeah.
And I did absolutely nothing but just say, hey, can I get a picture? So compare that to Kevin Hall. At least I got something out of Kevin Hall.
Yeah.
He even gave you a visit out of the hotel room.
But I did get back in later that night. I slept in that hotel that night, so I got back in. That's all I know.
Yeah, knowing Warren Sapp, I'm not really surprised he said that.
Yeah, so it wasn't the most friendliest, but that's how they are, some of these guys.
That's how it goes. Well, we want to thank you for being a part of this little interview thing. Thank you for everybody watching. Keep an eye out for the recap. Make sure to run up this interview, kind of talk with John. Make sure to run up the prediction video, and keep a lookout for the recap coming. We'll probably post it Sunday night or Monday morning. Yeah, keep a lookout. See ya.